Have you ever opened your bank app and felt like you unknowingly subscribed to something called Broke Life Premium Auto Renew every month? You know exactly what I mean. You're working hard, you're trying to be smart with money, and still that dream of hitting your first six-figure savings feels as realistic as becoming the CEO of a unicorn ranch. But here's something most people never hear. Your first $100,000 isn't reserved for trust fund kids, crypto gamblers, or people who got lucky buying Dogecoin before breakfast. Once you understand the behavioral psychology behind wealth and apply the right strategies consistently, that first 100K can happen way faster than you think. And here's the wild part. That milestone is not just a number. It's the moment your money starts working harder than your cousin who posts inspirational quotes on LinkedIn every morning. When you cross 100K, compound interest stops being a math lesson and turns into a full-time employee. My name is Nick, and after years of studying finance and helping thousands break out of money struggles, I can confidently tell you this. If you're serious about changing your financial future, subscribe, hit that like button, and pay close attention. Because what I'm about to share might be the difference between retiring comfortably or living off ramen packets at 75. But before we jump into the actual strategies, let's zoom out for a second. Most people treat saving money the same way they treat going to the gym on January 1st. Motivation is high for a week, maybe two, then life happens, motivation fades, and they fall right back into the same habits. The problem isn't willpower. The problem is they're trying to win a fight with the wrong tools. Imagine trying to fill a bucket that has giant holes in the bottom. You can pour water all day, but the level never rises. That's exactly how most people handle money. They're earning, but the leaks in their financial system drain everything away. Meanwhile, the wealthy understand something very simple. Building wealth is not about deprivation. It's about decisions. Small, smart, strategic decisions that multiply over time. Most people get distracted by tiny expenses like coffee or avocado toast, convinced that saving $3 a day will transform their life. But the truth is, the real power is in big-ticket optimizations and automated systems that free up hundreds, even thousands every month. That's why in this video, I'm giving you a full, practical roadmap for reaching your first $100,000 faster than you thought possible. From the psychological traps that keep people broke to the tactical moves wealthy people use quietly, every strategy here will change your financial trajectory. But first, the obvious question. Why is the first $100,000 the hardest? It's not just compound interest, even though that matters. It's because in the beginning, every dollar comes from your hard work. Your job, side hustle, time, energy. You're building the entire foundation brick by brick. Once you hit 100K, your money starts lifting the weight with you. A 10% return on $5,000 is barely noticeable. A 10% return on $100,000 is a full $10,000, created automatically, without you doing anything. That's why Charlie Munger famously said, "The first 100K is a bitch, but you gotta do it." Once the snowball rolls, it rolls on its own. But to get there, you need strategies that actually move the needle. Not penny pinching, not coupon clipping. Real strategies. Most financial advice gets it totally wrong. They focus on tiny sacrifices while ignoring the massive opportunities. They talk about skipping lattes, but not about optimizing housing costs. They talk about budgeting apps, but not about taxes destroying your returns. They talk about emergency funds, but not about building a system where emergencies happen less often. The strategies I'm about to share are different. Some will feel obvious, but you've never applied them correctly. Others will challenge everything you've heard about money. But if you stick with me, you'll walk away with a true blueprint for hitting six figures. And I know what some people are thinking. Nick, this sounds great, but I'm starting from zero. I've got loans, credit card debt, bills. How am I supposed to think about 100K? I hear you. And I need you to understand something. Wealth is a skill. You weren't born knowing how to drive or cook or do your job. You learned. This is the same. And the reward for learning this skill is freedom, real freedom. So let's get into it. Strategy number 9, tax optimization. Taxes are probably your biggest hidden expense, but the government literally gives you tools to reduce it. Traditional IRAs and 401ks let you reduce your taxable income instantly. If you earn $50,000 and invest $10,000, you're only taxed on $40,000. If you're in a 22% bracket, every $1,000 invested saves you $220. You're investing $1,000, but only feeling $780. That's an automatic return before your investment even grows. Most people ignore this and then complain about taxes. We don't do that here. Strategy number 8, employer match, free money. Millions leave free money on the table every year by skipping employer matches. If your employer matches 50% up to 6%, that's a 50% guaranteed return before the market does anything. Earn $50,000, contribute $3,000, employer gives you $1,500 free. People spend hours saving $50 on a phone, but ignore thousands in free retirement money. Strategy number 7, build extra income streams just for investing. Not a second job, not overtime. New, flexible income streams that go directly into investments. Keep your lifestyle the same, use the extra income to build wealth. This can be freelancing, digital products, a weekend side gig, anything. Your main income is life. Your side income is wealth. This prevents burnout and accelerates your savings massively. Strategy number 6, reinvest every dividend. Dividends feel like free money, but don't spend them. Reinvest them. Historically, S&P 500 with dividends reinvested about 10.7%. S&P 500 without reinvesting about 6.6%. That small difference becomes hundreds of thousands of dollars over decades. Dividends buy more shares, get more dividends, snowball. Strategy number 5, minimize investment fees. Fees are a silent wealth killer. 1% versus 0.1% fees doesn't look big, but over 30 years, it can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Today, you can buy S&P 500 index funds with tiny fees. Don't pay more for the same product. Strategy number 4, stop trying to time the market. Timing the market is gambling. Miss the 10 best days in 30 years and your returns get destroyed. And guess when the best days happen? Right after the worst ones. Your job is not to guess. Your job is buy consistently, hold forever. That's how wealth is built. Strategy number 3, choose simple, reliable investments. Forget chasing the next big thing. Instead, focus on broad index funds like the S&P 500. You instantly own pieces of Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, 500 plus companies. This requires no research, no market prediction, no stress. Just automatic, steady growth. If you're young, you can even lean slightly towards growth-focused funds for higher long-term upside. Strategy number 2, avoid lifestyle inflation. This is the silent killer of wealth. You earn $40K, live modestly. You earn $50K, new apartment. You earn $60K, new car. Suddenly, you're earning double but still broke. Wealthy people don't inflate their lifestyle with every raise. They maintain their standard of living and invest the difference. When you get your next raise, automatically invest at least half before you ever see it. Your future self will thank you. Strategy number 1, optimize your housing costs. Your biggest expense is also your biggest opportunity. If housing eats more than 30% of your income, building wealth becomes brutally slow. Cutting housing from $2,000 to $1,200 frees up $800 a month, nearly $10K a year. Invested over 20 years at 10%, over $500,000. This can be living slightly farther away, getting a roommate, downsizing temporarily, or house hacking, live in one unit, rent out the other. Not forever, just until your wealth snowball is rolling.